Hi, welcome to Noble Flowers. I'm Phaedra. Today we are making bouquets. I'm going to do it in real time, so you'll see everything I'm doing and how long this takes. In a previous video, so part one, I have prepped all the flowers and I did that in real time for you as well, so that you can see how long that takes as well. These flowers have been purchased from a wholesaler. We do grow our own flowers, but it's the winter and we don't have really much growing at all. So I am using flowers purchased from a wholesaler. If that's something that you do on your farm, that's great. Otherwise, you know, we're making bouquets. You can use whatever you've got. And let's get into it. Okay, we're ready. We're set up to make bouquets. I'll quickly show you what we've got. So we've got our carnations and our heath, which are $1 a stem. We've got our $2 stems in here. We've got the Canterbury bells and our wired gerbras. $2 stems, again, the berries, can't remember how to say it, them freesias. Some of the biggest stems I put in here, these are $3. Stocks are $3 a head, and so are Lizzie's. And this is another $1 one, the Tryptamine, but I've also got a lot of Erica. So I will use the Erica first and then put some Tryptamine in, and then we've got our $4 heads here. I've just worked out how many bouquets I need to make, and it's going to be a tricky one today. I need to do 175, 455s and 16 35s. So that is a lot of flowers to get out of this, because the flowers are really expensive at the moment. So that's with the markup. So we'll see how we go. We'll try and do it. All right, I've tried to set this up so that you can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna wrap the flowers here in this little space. I do have a wrapping table, but for the sake of this video, I'll do it here. So let's start with the 75er. A 75er for me usually has 3 main heads in it, but I think today I'm gonna put 2. I need some of this Erica at an accessible spot, because I'm probably going to be using a fair bit of it and I need to be able to grab it. All right, so as I'm making a bouquet, I'm costing it up in my head. So I'm going, you know, 4, 8, 5, 4, 8, 9, 10. I might put a stock, 11, 12, 13. Put this big one, 14, 15, 16. We're getting $25 worth of flowers in a 75er. I might put another bit of Erica in there. Lizzie, so we've got 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Like, it goes by pretty fast. There was a big stem in here. Where is it? I think it's that one. I'm losing, I am losing details though, sometimes when I get big things like that in there. And then a couple more little pieces, and that is our bouquet. What I do is, if the foliage is down too low, like if I can feel it in my fingers where I'm holding it, it's too low, and I've got to take some off. So this one's just like got a lot of different things in it. I'm going to put some freesias in, and they will pop open and surprise the person, which will be so cute. That one doesn't really show up over there. I try and put things in places where you actually notice the flower, otherwise what is the point of having it there? I need that bit of stock to go up a bit taller. Probably that bit of kale needs to go up a bit too. All right, and then I'm just sort of fiddling around. So I think I might put a little bit of berry in there just for some added interest. A little piece of Tryptamine. And that's it. Now I'll put the foliage on. I kind of frame my bouquets with foliage. Whoops. Some of these flowers are feeling a bit squished, especially that piece of bells, Canterbury bells. I need to twist it so we can see them a bit better. Look. Trim the stems. I might add another colour in yet, I'm not sure. Let's see. I will wrap the dots up pretty high so that it sort of pokes out over the top. The yellow can go down a bit lower, but that frames it really nice, makes it pop. I'm popping the purple in because it's the same colour as the bells in there. And I've popped a white piece. Okay, that's done. Now I've got to do the 455ers. Sometimes I take some of these lower leaves off the kale if they look a bit crushed. All right, let's do a purple. Put some Erica in there. So the 55er has about $17 worth in it. So let's I'll put this one. So that's 3, 6, 10. I'm spiraling, but at the same time, I'm sort of moving things around a little bit as well. I need some little pops of colour in this one. So I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Get some purple. And then that's it. That's the 55er. So it doesn't look huge, does it? You just have to trust the process and build your bouquets for profit. And if you're delivering a really nice product that lasts well in a vase, customers are really happy with it. They'll keep coming back. But I know how daunting it is to start charging correctly because I've been there and I've done that. So your papers or your wraps or whatever you're using it doesn't cost very much. Like, it's an inexpensive way to just enhance your bouquets. I need another piece of those dots. So each sheet is like less than 20 cents, like some are 11 cents. It's not, you've got it, when you first purchase it, it does cost a bit because you've got to buy it in, lots of 150. And if you're like us and you have lots of different colours, your outlay is kind of high, but the difference that it makes on a bouquet is amazing. And you just need to figure out what your what your look is. We really love bright colours, so we do a whole heap of bright coloured everything. I'm about to run out of business cards. So you need to figure out what your look is. Some people really just love, let's do peachy, like a pale one. Some people really love the, brown paper look with the stamp. That's fine. Do whatever works for you. Oops. Actually, I want a short one there. Get back in there. That's got a weird petal on it. It's happened to that? Make sure you get rid of weird stuff. What was I saying? Yes, I remember. You want to just figure out what your look is. Ours is bright colours. That might not be what you want to do. Let me just get this. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're nearly done on this one. Like you've got to really stay on top of how much your bouquets are costing. Got a little bit of wax flower down here that I might pop in that one. Just a tiny bit. That heath isn't really showing up there at all. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's pretty well it. I can pop one more little thing in there. What will I pop in? I might put a gerbera. Just one. Another piece of Erica. Just to kind of cradle it in there. Piece there. And now I'm putting foliage. And that's another one done. Figure out what your look is. And the other thing is you don't have to figure that out straight away. You can trial different things. And eventually you'll just be drawn to something and you'll just keep doing it and that will be your look. There's no stress about having to figure that out from day dot. You don't have to know what you're doing straight away. This 55 is a bit smaller than the other one. I might add some height to it. I might put just a couple of olive branches in there. Just because it is a bit smaller, because the flowers obviously have different costs. I'm just gonna wrap that one in white, pale pink. I might just stick with that, and I'm gonna put a dark pink. Yeah, I'll put the dark one in there. Why not? I try to do a variety of colours. So now I need to do a yellow one that goes in that 55 price range. I'm just thinking, I have such limited flowers today, it's pretty tricky. I'll do this. I'm putting Erica in everything because it's growing here, so it's I mean, it's costing us time, but it's not, we haven't had to go out and buy it, which is great. Yeah, as I was saying, you don't have to have it all figured out right at the beginning. And the reality is, when you first start, you're not really, you don't have a big audience. So there's no pressure to have it all figured out right at the beginning. And have your, it'll come in time. Like, you'll eventually gravitate towards knowing what you want to do. When we first started doing the bright coloured wraps, I wasn't really sure that's what I wanted to do, but we love bright colours. My husband's Mexican, so that just kind of felt like the first direction we might trial, and we love it. Like, we love having all the bright colours. I don't feel like that looks right in there. People love yellow bouquets, and unfortunately today, there's not going to be a lot of yellow bouquets because there was not a lot of yellow at the wholesaler. Maybe there was earlier in the week, earlier in the morning, but I go in there, I don't place an order, I just go in there and buy it. And if they're packing orders for florists, so they will hold the flowers that they think they're going to need for the florist, and I can't buy them. Like for the florists that have made orders. 10, 11, 12, 13. We can like get one more little thing in there. I reckon I might just do another carnation here. It is, for me, the wholesaler is very hit and miss about what I'm actually going to be able to get when I go in there. And even though I can use a wholesaler, taking orders for like weddings or funerals and stuff, I will still say to everybody, we specialise in what's seasonally available, whether it's our own grown product or from a wholesaler, because most of what is at our wholesaler is seasonal. Well, pretty much all of it is seasonal. It might cusp on either end of a season as well. Like they'll be able to get stuff in way earlier than what we are able to produce it here on the farm. Like I remember the dahlias, they had them in, I think it was like November last year. We're only getting them in the ground in November. We were. Well, we're getting them in the ground, I can't remember now, but it was so early. We weren't even close to having dahlias, but you know, it's kind of dahlia season. So I will still just tell people, you know, it's what we can seasonally get. Just put some tie on that. I don't want the stress of trying to source, you know, like rust-colored roses, because I just know in this area, it's gonna be a pain in the butt trying to get that. And I like being able to go in and pick what I want, and I'm not gonna be able to walk into our wholesaler and get rust-colored roses. I'm gonna have to order it and just hope that they're gonna give me what I'm expecting to get, which you never know, do you? I need to do one with a pink in a wrap. So I'm gonna do it with a disc bud, okay? Colour is very important to me, as you might have noticed. But this one is going to be, I might do a dark one with a pink wrap in there. Look at that beautiful stock. Isn't that colour amazing? I just took a wedding order for a girl that wants that colour scheme. That's the other thing. If they want something that is really up my alley, I'll be like, yep, let's do it. But by the time her wedding comes around, probably won't be able to get stock. Probably won't be able to get these dark freesias, but it's so pretty. What am I up to? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. We're nearly at our quota, guys. I'm gonna use a little short Lizzie in there because I can, because it's tall enough to be useful in this particular bouquet. That looks terrible there. All right, so this heath stuff, which is really cool, I really like it. Sounds amazing when you shake it, as you heard earlier. It is actually not very easy I'm not finding it easy to work with in my style of bouquet. I'm sure there's other florists out there that are like, are you crazy? We love this stuff. I'm just doing it my way. That's the beauty of being in a creative industry. You get to be creative. You can do it whatever you want. As long as you've cared for your flowers and you're presenting a product that's nice and fresh and well looked after, conditioned well by the farmer, as long as you're doing that, I mean, you can do whatever you want. And if people want to buy it, you're on track, aren't you? All right, so that's a bit of a dark bouquet. I really keep wanting to put that in. Oh yeah, I am. I'm going overboard on the pricing now though. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. No, I think I'm all right. Good. I got about $17 in there, plus foliage. I don't price for the foliage. Florists out there are probably like wanting to confiscate me from the industry. But that's just one of the perks we have. We have a flower farm, and one of the perks we have is there's just some things that we don't have to pay for. Don't forget to put your marketing on everything. And I usually put it in a spot in the bouquet that does look a bit empty because it fills a gap. All right, so that's our 455s done. Now 35s. 35s are getting very tricky to do because flowers are getting expensive. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got 9. I'll have to do a few without a main head in them, so that's fine. I'm actually pretty good at pricing out the flowers and making making sure I cover my butt. Okay, so 4, 5, 6, 7. It's $10 worth of flowers in a 35er. 8, 9. Hopefully my customers aren't watching this. I'll be like, what? But that's what you are paying for, a beautiful bouquet of flowers that somebody had to grow. And it costs money, people. It costs money to grow beautiful flowers. And if you've been watching this channel, you will see how much work goes into it. And stress. Like, we've got rabbits trying to eat everything now. I think we're going to start eating the rabbits. You'll have to block your ears if you're vegetarian. Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's it. I've got to stop. I was going to put something else in that, but you've got to learn. Hit your quota and you stop. If it doesn't look impressive enough, you might have to switch flowers out and do it so that it does look. All right, I've got to remember I'm wrapping in front of yours. I'll go get my wraps. I used to just put 2 pieces of wrap on a 35, but honestly, the wrap is so cheap and the flowers are not. The more sort of beautiful you can make your bunch look to sell, obviously, the better. So this bouquet, which, you know, it's only got $10 worth of flowers in it, now looks a lot more impressive because it's filled. If you're having trouble making bouquets, this is a really easy way to start. Get your hands, try and spiral it. Get your foliage. So this is the only yellow flowers I've got are these, which is a pain in the butt, isn't it? But I can probably turn this into a 35 with just gerbras. Many people do not like gerbras though. I just wish I had. I've got daffodils, but I haven't conditioned them, so I can't use them because the daffodils will leach like their sap into the water and make the other stems in the water go off fast. So you've got to condition your daffodils overnight and let the sap run out, and then you don't cut the stem again. So I cannot do that. 6. I don't know. I just don't think anyone's going to buy that if it's only got gerbras, because gerbras are one of those flowers that not everybody likes. Whoop. All right, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I've got $12 worth of flowers in there now. Too many. But I think I'm going to have to do it because there has to be a yellowy themed bouquet, because we will literally get people come and say, oh, do you have any yellow? I'm like, oh yeah, we do, but it's got gerbras. And then they'll be like, oh yeah, we love gerbras. Or they'll say, oh no, we don't like gerbras, sorry. And then there's other people that don't even know what a gerbera is. So, I mean, this is a bit of a weird way to make a bouquet, isn't it? It's not as... Anyway, we'll pop it out, we'll see what happens. Let me wrap it. It'll look totally different once I've wrapped it. Okay. And when I say I'm wrapping the bunch in a certain color, like when I'm thinking of the colors that I need to have, because I kind of know at this point what will sell, I'm talking about that first color that wraps around the flowers like that. People will come looking for that yellow bunch. There. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that's nearly done. I hope this is helping, and I hope it's helping you realise that when you're making your bouquets, you need to be pricing them. Well, actually, maybe you don't. If you're a flower farmer and you're happy just doing what you're doing, go ahead, like, it's your business and it's your life. But if you're wanting to end up in the same league as the florist in your area, you want to make a profit, like a true profit, you want to get paid as a farmer and as a florist, you do need to price your stuff out and stick to it. Even on the days when sales have been really bad, the orange bouquets will sell. Last week, the week before, on the Thursday, we only sold, I forgot to cut this, but see, that's too high. I need to pull it down and make sure all those leaves are off. Otherwise, just have another check. But Lisianthus can probably go up a bit. Yeah, there was a Thursday we only sold 2 bouquets and they were both the orange ones. Okay. Oh, that's good. I've got 2 orange bouquets going out because I've got one from the weekend that didn't sell after I just said they always sell. But I had a few, so no panicking. All right, I'm going hard on this Erica because it is like a really cute flower, and I'm trying to turn a situation of, you know, limited flowers into something that's workable here. So the lizzies are going to be my height in that one. This is cute already. I like this one. I just need like a really peachy apricot colour to wrap it in. I don't have that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're done. That's not a good sign, is it? Nah, that's no good. Don't do that, Phaedra. I guess I could do that. Actually, I've got a couple of stems here that are a dark colour. I might do that. Ooh, that's a nice one. That's it though, we're done. Okay, so this is an interesting one. Let's see how it looks when it's wrapped. Then you wrap it and it looks next level. Just like putting a frame on a painting. Okay, let's keep going. I can't afford to stop. Literally, we can't afford to stop. We make no money. This is like the brightest pink I've ever seen. Look how bright that is. It's blinding me. Put some of that heath in there. It's still not making anything pop, that heath. It's not right. It's a nice flower, but probably with what I've got today, it's just not working. This one does look good with some carnations. Let's get some of them in there. They'll open, some of those will open too. Okay. Be gentle with your carnations, they easily break. You might make this like a pink and purple situation. Like, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that's it. How are you feeling about this? Okay, this is a very sort of, you know what I like about these, the wattle? They're that cool chartreuse colour. Chartreuse. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this in pink and purple. I'm kicking myself that I didn't buy more kale. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm trying not to use tryptamine too much when I'm using Erica because you can't see it. It doesn't show up. Even though tryptamine's quite cheap, we're not going to be able to use the wattle foliage for much longer because it's about to start, like the buds are about to start opening, and then it's hay fever central. I was going to do another one of those kales, but I've just remembered I've got no more kale. So that's a bit of annoyance, isn't it? Well, I've really gone heavy on that, haven't I? I'm going to do this one with some of those freesias. So 5, 6, 7, that's 10. I'm gonna have to put a bit more in this because it's not gonna be full enough. It looks too empty. I've made this one a bit more expensive than it should be. But whoever gets it gets a bonus. How funny. How often does a florist think that the flowers are too long? Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna have to put a little bit more than budgeted in this one because it needs to be filled out a bit more. I just need a tiny little piece. Oh, I've run out of business cards now. So I'm only able to stick a little sticker on, which is a pain in the butt. Yeah, as I was saying before, we got a post office box. So if we need to give our address out on YouTube, we don't have to give our home address. We can give our post office box. So I told the post office, anything addressed to the post office box, go to the post office box. Anything addressed to the mailbox, like in our street, send it to the mailbox. And I used to work at the post office. I know it's easier just to card a parcel and have them check their post office box and pick it up from the post office box, like the PO box. So they've gone and done that, and for some reason they reckon, well, I checked the post office box, why? I'm not expecting anything, I just thought I'd have a look. And there's 3 parcel cards in there that were addressed to the house, and they've just decided that they wouldn't deliver it to the house. Anyway, they couldn't find one of the parcels, so there was 3 parcels. Initially they gave me the wrong one, got all the way home, had to go back because it was the wrong parcel, wasn't even for me. And then when I got back, they couldn't actually find the parcel for me. So they reckon that they've carded it to the house as well, which seems suspicious. Like, why would you do 2 cards? You're pretty flat out in there. You're not going to really card it to the house. And anyway, they've told me that. Potentially I picked it up last week. I don't know. I just don't think I did. And now I don't have my business cards. So it's making me a bit suspicious. Just remembered I've got the subscription cards. I'll put them in there instead of a business card. But yeah, anyway, I have told them again, can you please, anything addressed to the house, it needs to come to the house. Like, I'm only using this post office box on rare occasions. Like, I'm not checking it regularly because as far as I'm concerned, my mail's coming to the house. Anyway, we'll see what happens. So far, I may have lost mail already. So I'm gonna have to try and chase that up now. Figure out what happened to it, chase it down. And I might have to pay for more business cards if whoever got them doesn't decide to forward it to me, which is a bit of a pain in the butt. Okay, I'm starting to get to the end of things. Like, I'm getting less and less to work with. And this is where I've got to start getting creative. And I've still got, what have I got? 5 to go. And that's my last major flower head. So we're about to get into well, I'm used to it, but you know, when I first started, when I got to this point, I'd be like, oh, I've got to make bouquets now out of just flowers that aren't main heads. But they actually sell pretty good, so it's nothing to be worried about. Pink and yellow. That's cute. I might do another one of those. I like that wrap. Okay, now what we've got left is what you see here. There's no more big There's no more big pieces. So we are going to start using, well, these are kind of expensive, so, but what I'm saying is I don't have the big ball heads of anything now. It's all little things. So let's pop some bouquets together. So I put some Canterbury bells. I love them, and they last really, really long in a vase. So the people are liking them too. Oh, this Leucanthus looks white. Look, I've got a pinky and a whitey there. Okay, that's an expensive stem going in. So we got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do 8. Oh, I broke that. 9. That's, we've hit our quota now. But I'm gonna stick another one in because I want 2 pops of yellow in that one. And there's times of the year where foliage is a bit trickier, and we're about to hit one of those periods because a lot of the, even though there's foliage on most of the foliage plants all year round, there's times of the year when they're growing new growth. And on most plants, you don't want to pick the new growth because it's gonna wilt really easy. So not only do you need to know your flowers, you need to know your foliage as well. There. A bouquet that has no major flower in it, and I think it's really pretty. So I might just do a copy of that one. I've got 2 more yellow gerbras, which is good. All right, let's do another one of those. Pink on pink. Another pink on pink. We've got opposite sides of the color wheel there. And that's our 14 bouquets. So I'm gonna stop. Here we go. So 75, 55s, and all the 35s. And they are about to head out roadside. We're running a tiny bit late. And then tomorrow I'll head into the wholesaler really early again and do the whole thing all over again for Thursday, Friday and Saturday. But we need to buy all of our flowers for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, tomorrow morning. So I've packed up, I'll wash buckets, clean my floor. I'll come back and wipe the table, wipe down my secateurs and set up and get ready for tomorrow. So thanks so much for watching. I hope this helped. If you've got any questions, just leave them in the comments. And at this point, I'm able to reply to them. So let me know. Okay, thanks. I'll see you next week. Bye.